Hello, my name is Helen Brubeck, and I'm an instructor here at the College of Business at San Jose State University in the Accounting and Finance Department. I teach undergrads and also the graduate students in the Masters of Accounting program in the summers. I have been teaching in financial accounting since I started here, and it's interesting to see the way the course has evolved and the way the students have evolved. Not so much the material, although the material has changed, the accounting regulations have changed, but just the perspective of the students who are coming in. And that can even change with something like the economy. Students who are more or less interested in accounting as something on the side versus something as a permanent career. And that can really change the way that I project things in the classroom and the way that I approach things. I'm probably not as heavily reliant on a textbook as most profs are. Particularly in accounting, my style tends to be a little out there because I teach in the classroom. So I don't make students prep in advance, but they come to the class and we actually sit down and I teach them the material from scratch and what they need to know. Now the problem is, of course, when they go home, they don't necessarily have all that there with them. In the classroom, I'm leading them through problems and they aren't necessarily able to make the leaps themselves. And it was that kind of issue that led me to interact with some people at Prentice Hall and at Pearson. And they kind of had the same idea that, what happens when the student goes home and they have to work on their homework by themselves and they don't know what they're doing. So I got involved in writing up a number of study guides and instructional materials with Prentice Hall that have been extremely successful in their accounting field. So essentially what I have done is written up a number of questions and answers, but not just a straight question answer, but a full description of how the answer is arrived at and how the logic behind the answer and how the student would come about thinking that. So the idea is that it's as if you had a professor right at your shoulder and helping you do the homework by describing what's going on and why. The instructors like that the students have another resource to go to, and that students have been really appreciative of having proper full descriptions of why they're doing things as opposed to the terse way that textbooks tend to present material. My goal is to eventually see that kind of material throughout a textbook and have that be the primary way that things are taught. I teach a lot of students who have to take accounting because it's required. It may not be their first choice of subject to take. But the key is that financial information is important, and even if accounting is not your major, we want to make sure here at the university that you have the tools which you will need in the job force when you graduate. And that is the purpose of the course that I teach from this book, is to hand you those tools and also show you how to use them and how to make the most of them once you have graduated. So anybody who comes to San Jose State is going to have that experience, not just in my class, but in every class, where you are taught what you need to know when you're out there in the real world.